Alright, Shalom, Kahala Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. It's your brother War making a video to feed the sheep, to edify the lambs. Shalom to the Akim and Akwathim that are going to be watching this video. Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Brakathum. Kahala Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. Right, so I'm about to do a sit down with the officer, the guy Allah, and the officer from Philly. Right. Shar Nakawam. Right, but I seen this when I was scrolling through my YouTube, and I got the dual screen set up, so I'm not sure if it's showing two of my screens, but we'll see how it works. We'll see how this goes down. But I wanted to just show this because this is just showing that the Most High is putting the spirit of these Babylonians to go up against each other, and a lot of this is just Edomite on Edomite crimes, so to speak. So let me get that in Matthew 12 and 26, and it says, "And if Satan casts out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand?" And the Most High is showing us that these so-called white people, they're starting to go up against themselves, and this is just based on their president. I haven't watched the video yet, so I guess we can watch it right now. And let me get another precept in 2nd Ezra. I'll read it off my phone because this is the time we're going into of more evil and sin and lack of bread, and for people to start being more evil to one another, because there's going to be Salakia, because there's going to be these plagues on the earth in Babylon. Let me actually get Matthew 24, and it says let me start at verse 21. No. Yeah, let me start at 8. No, that's 6. Right, it says, Matthew 24 and 6, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." And if you go on alternative news networks like RT News, you'll see the tensions that be happening in the Middle Eastern countries between whether it be U.S. or Iran and the Saudi Arabian countries, or the Iranians, the Chinese. You know, these guys are having tensions, especially in the seas with their what do they call them? Well, it's not submarines, but they're battleships. And right now it has a lot to do with the battleships. A lot of their ships they're using for war, and a lot of talks been going on there. But that's a part of them wars, rumors for wars, because there's little wars happening right now in the countries on the eastern hemisphere. But it's gonna ramp up. It's gonna get more turned. It says, verse 7, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places." And there's famines happening all throughout the world right now. One of the worst ones I've seen is in Yemen. Them kids be malnourished I don't feel bad for them, but they be super malnourished over there. They getting hurt, and it's only gonna increase. You see so many things about how this COVID-19 has only increased the famines. Right, 2019 flood happened where the farmers weren't even able to bring in a sufficient amount for the produce for 2020. So we're really going to start feeling it in 2021. People are lining up to buy groceries and lining up for food banks. Right, the farmers in China, these guys got a lot. In China, they're getting flooded like crazy right now. Already, it said like 9 floods happened already this year in China. So a lot of the farmers, they had all their products wasted. And one video, I wanted to make a video on it, but I lost a video. That man, this farmer was crying at the destruction that happened to his produce. It's all praise to the Most High. And right? So the nation against nation. Right now it's Edomite on Edomite, a lot of Edomite on Edomite crime, but it's gonna come to a time when there's no food in the store. Every man's gonna have to protect their family, and you're gonna care less about your neighbor. Your family's gonna come first, whether that neighbor is of your same race or not, right? But you're gonna be more inclined to trust your people. So the time's coming where people are gonna be going around who have nothing to eat, going invading people, their neighbors. Right, and it's gonna cause a race wars to happen. People ain't gonna be able to trust their another nation of people. They're gonna trust their kindred. Right, so it says, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Because this is the beginning of the time of Jacob's trouble, and sorrows to multiply on the earth. But the second this is over, you guys already know the story of that. So let's click on this one. They're both about 3 minutes long. Wait, Salakia, let me play it in my speakers. I mean my headphones. See, what they say, boycott China? What China do to you guys? You got these Chinese, you can clearly see that was a Chinese woman. Yeah, Vietnamese Americans for Trump. These guys are fighting against their own country. This is what happens when you come to Babylon, man. This is what happens. Let me get that preset. You got these people who come from another country fighting for first of all to have another nation of people rule over you, but you going up against your own brothers and sisters. This is why them brothers and their people on the east, a lot of them don't like their people who come to these countries and become Americanized. It says, look, why did I click on the whole thing? It says, Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Most High's hand that had made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of our wine, therefore the nations are mad. What are the Vietnamese Americans mad about? What are you guys mad about? Slovakia.
And Grant and her posse and BLM.
But look at this. It's mainly you can see so-called white people. Obviously, there's people of other races that are gonna be mixed up in there. But is on one side is Trump, and then another side you got these people who don't want Trump holding up that damn rainbow. You know, they're all about that LGBT, all that wickedness. Man, this is beautiful. I'm sorry I keep pausing and jumping in, but I like seeing this type of stuff because this is showing that this place is getting ready. A place like this cannot stand. A place like this cannot stand. Now, I don't care who gets put in office. If it's Trump, Most High willing, because that guy, he's a prideful devil. And Most High willing, he's the one who ends up bringing this place closer to World War III and implementing the plagues and the mark of the beast on this place that causes the prophecies to happen quicker and that we get out of here. The Most High is the one putting the spirit on these people to fulfill His will, to do such violent and be violent towards each other and be violent when they're protesting against each other. Right? All while a lot of these people don't have jobs. Right? They're desperate. A lot of these people are doing this because they're in a desperate situation. They're looking for Trump to try and fix the situation, right? Or they're just looking for somebody else other than Trump to better the social interaction that Americans have with each other. You know, like you got these people saying Trump's a racist. Well, even if Trump doesn't get in office, you think the people who voted for Trump and are racist are gonna be down with the next man that's in office? They're not down with it. So they're still going to be racist. You know, it's like you're going to get rid of the hate that they have towards people and different ideologies, right?
Hey, order
viewers of this event, keep your eyes on keep your head on a swivel because they might be trying to distract us from something.
Unlike the black people who stand to you kneel on! Take that uniform off! You're a coward! Take that uniform off! Coward! You can fucking breathe!
Man, Esau, yo, these men they don't want their king to rule over them, man. This is white people. See, white people coming up against us, like the Christians, so-called Christian white people, they coming up against the Hebrew Israelites. But you guys fix yourselves first, man. They're just mad. We ain't the ones going around burning the American flags. You don't see Israelites doing that, or so-called black people, Latino people doing that. You're your own people, but for some reason. The Hebrew Israelites are the biggest problem in here. See, these white people they're just mad. They've gone insane, man. Oh, the comments are saying. Yeah, Nick knows, man. Anybody should see this. Anybody with sense should be looking on this and just laughing at this. Cause they're all sheep, man. They're all going into the same destruction. It doesn't matter if Trump's in office, you're still gonna die. And if Trump isn't in office, you're still gonna die. If he is in office, you're still gonna die. Ain't Trump gonna save you, right? But yeah, let's go to the next video. Again, this one's New York, Boston. So this one's New York. This is the good old America, man.
About 300 fucking tons. Yeah, 300 plus.
I shouldn't be in front of you. What the fuck is your problem, bitch? I'm on the sidewalk. You got something to say to me? Bring it to my goddamn face, motherfucker. I'm standing back here. That's what you do, you asshole. You got something to say? You gotta get the fuck. Yeah, no, I'm talking to a fucking bitch like that. And I got a husband. He's a bastard too. Let's go.
This guy ended up getting scooped up.
This side, right here.
Fuck Donald Trump! Fuck Donald Trump!
You are blocking the movement of the police. Clear the roadway, or you will be subject to arrest.
Get on the sidewalk, thank you. Thank you. I'm not gonna tell. Thank you, President Trump. Thank you, President Trump.
God bless the USA!
Okay, these people. You see how delusional these people are. This is a country that looks like it's being blessed by the Most High right now. Oh man, I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it. So this is what the Most High was telling us about, man. Second Ezra 9:1. Let me get that. About when you start to see the. What is it? Hold on, let me get. Okay, and look, it's happening all over the damn world right now, all over the earth. The second Ezra 9, and when he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and upwards of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Alright? And it's not even just America. There's plenty of places in the world where it's just famines normal right now, and the poor of the people of the world are suffering everywhere, right? In all the major continents, Africa, Russia, Europe, Asia, and now America too. America's really getting in now, right? So it's not just gonna magically just get better. All of a sudden, a president's gonna come in office, and then there's gonna be food to distribute to the poor and the people who need it the most. You know, are gonna get help. People have never been getting help. You know, these people. It's just, this country. These people who run it are built on money, man. That's all they care about. Right? But this is beautiful, man. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. And you so-called white people watching this, man, I praise the most. See, you say God bless this country. I pray. I know my God's blessing your country with destruction, man. This is a blessing to see you guys fight over the stupidest things. Right? The Democrat and Republican thing was given to you by the elites, and you guys just ran with it, and now you guys are at odds with each other. Meanwhile, the elites ain't fighting against each other. That's why you see mans like Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. These guys all know each other. Talking about Donald Trump went to this man's mansion and things like that. Jeffrey Epstein has pictures of all kinds of celebrities. You be wicked, but all the mans be wicked together in secrecy. But the people actually believe they're some righteous type of people who actually care about their well-being. When they're only there to push agendas on you people, man. You think Trump's against? Trump will talk like he's against the mass and all that stuff. So some reason his supporters to be thinking, oh, Trump's against the mass. Trump ain't talking nothing that these mans ain't telling him to do. Right? So let me get one more precept. Second Ezra 15. Because this is gonna get worse. It's not gonna get better. Right, second Ezra 15 and 15. Start 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able. What was happening when martial law kicks in? They shut down the cities and set up checkpoints. When there's things like anarchy and civil unrest going on, things like for some reasons like this, right? For verse 18, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Now that's a common way to move when there's no food, and there's no food in the stores. You don't have food for yourself. You don't have a job. What are you gonna do? You're gonna take from someone else. It's just common sense. But look at the way these people are acting. Look at the way they're moving, right? The way they're marching. It's as if they don't even have a consciousness, man. They're just moving like sheep. Right? To hell with all you Babylonians and Americans and Egyptians. May the Most High destroy this place sooner than later. Alright? Look at them, man. Nothing but beasts, as the scripture calls them. But this place is the great place to be in right now. Okay. Well, that's pretty much it, man. I just wanted to get that. Because I just found it. I just seen the video, and I said, you know what? That's Matthew 12 and 26. The more, and this is fresh too. Look at this. 2 days ago. To hell with it. Why not make a video on it real quick? Because it hasn't been slowing down. You think if it slowed down in America, then you gonna see something like this happen in another part of the world. Okay. Look at this, man. You got all these different nations up in here. The Chinese, all of them voting for one king to rule over them in Babylon. The Most High is not down with this melting pot garbage that the white man has done. Let everyone come in this country and do. He's not about it. He's not with it. How are you supposed to have people of different nations and countries? Different nations and ideologies and religions and doctrines come up into one place and expect them to be on one accord with each other. That doesn't make any sense. That's why Esau's gonna use the chip. He's just gonna force people. He's just say, I'm gonna make you guys take this chip, and whoever doesn't take this chip, they can just die. And many are gonna comply with it from fear, and many are gonna think it's the cool and the new trendy thing to do, and some people are gonna go with it, and then the rest who don't take it are going to put up resistance. That's what he thinks. That's what the Most High is saying when he thinks he's going to fill his belly. Let me see if I can find that one real quick. When he fills his belly, why try and hold on to the people that don't want you to rule over them? How shall I not say, those who don't want me to rule over them, bring them hither and slay them before me? The white man's trying to do the same exact thing, but the chip is going to be his mark that he uses to put you away from his judgment. Right? The Most High has a spiritual mark. Esau has a physical mark that's gonna keep you away from his judgment, being killed on this side. Right? So he's gonna think he's good, cause you don't need all the extra people who ain't went with your program. You just want the people who are gonna bow down to you and do what you say. Right? So he's gonna think he's good. All right. These people who took the mark that they're doing what I tell them to do. They're on accord with you. For the people who are resisting, you're putting them to death. So you're good. Right? It says Matthew it's like Job 20 and 23. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fear of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eaten. Okay, so let me start verse 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him when he is about to fill his belly. And well, the breakdown for the every hand of the wicked is going into the other nations, right? Going into how they're gonna mainly the other horns, right? They're gonna hate the whore, and they're gonna burn her with fire. The other European nations, along with the other nations on the eastern hemisphere, right? And it says, when he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fear of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eaten, or while they're enjoying the fruits of chipping these people and having them under their control. That's when they're filling their belly. That's when they're eating. As well, not the second they kill off every single person that refuses to chip on this side, right, or throughout the world. It's, while he's getting his plans done, the Most High is gonna just interrupt him during his feast, right, and that's when he's gonna have his neighbors shoot them missiles off, and he's gonna gather his elect from the four corners of the earth. Okay, so with that, I hope you are edified. I'm gonna say Kahula Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai and Shalom.